I got them.
You did?
I sure did. Had to pay a fancy price for them, but they're all yours now, baby.
Oh, Tom. Tom, can you imagine how they'll look back home, one either end of the dining room table? How much did you pay for them, dear?
Well, that'd be telling, but it was plenty. Say, guess who I just saw in the lobby? Charlie Chan and his son.
Oh.
You know, we met him in Honolulu.
Why, of course.
I asked him up to have a look-see at your candlesticks. Okay?
Why, yes, I'd love to show them to Mr. Chan.
He knows all about old Silver, too. Got quite a collection of his own, I hear tell. Well, that'll be Charlie now. Come on in. I got him unveiled, and Martha's tickled pink with him.
Oh, I would be most grateful for opportunity to admire works of beauty.
Why, hello, Mr. Chan. How nice to see you again. You too, Barry.
Hello?
Now tell me, what do you think of them?
Wow, they're beautiful. Must have cost a fortune.
They sure did. It's not every day Martha and me have a silver wedding. What's up, Charlie?
How much did you pay for these, Tom?
I paid 2,000 pounds, but they're worth it. They date back to 1750.
I deeply regret, although expert workmanship, they are not genuine period pieces.
What? You mean they're fakes? If Mr. Chan says they're fakes, they're fakes. And I want to know what you're going to do about it.
With all due respects to Mr. Chan, I must insist on the opinion of an expert, Mr. Steele. In fact, when you telephoned, I at once sent for Mr. Cecil Meadows, the recognized authority on early Georgian silver. He should be here at any moment.
And if he says they're fakes, do I get my dough back, Winkleman?
Of course, naturally, though I hardly think he will. These candelabra came from Lady Abbott's collection, as I think I told you.
So what? They could still be fakes, couldn't they?
I think Mr. Winkleman means that pieces in Lady Abbott's collection have been in family for many generations. Therefore, they must be genuine.
Exactly, Mr. Chan. Ah, here is Mr. Meadows. Good day. So good of you to come along, Mr. Meadows.
Good afternoon. Oh, these the pieces in doubt?
They are, yes. Though there is no doubt in my mind, I assure you. It was the Chinese gentleman, Mr. Chan, who suggested to my client that they are fakes.
Chan? Not Charlie Chan, the detective?
Yes, I am that worthless and interfering person.
But Pop knows about antique silver, too. He's not often wrong.
Well, well, we shall see, eh?
Well, Mr. Meadows, you can rely on Mr. Meadows' opinion, Mr. Steele.
Mr. Chan was correct. These are not genuine.
You see?
It seemed to me, Mr. Meadows, that hallmark on underneath was too large to be of that period.
Quite right, Mr. Chan. It's a clever copy. Nothing more.
All right, Winkleman. What are you going to do about it, huh?
Well, gentlemen, I don't think this part of the proceedings concerns me, so may I bid you good day? Good day.
Well, I'm waiting.
I think I know what must have happened. One moment, Mr. Steele. Kindly ask Mr. Carstairs to step into the showroom, please.
Now, I don't want any double talk, Winkleman. All I want's my dough back.
I humbly suggest you listen to explanation often. If unsatisfactory, I'm sure money will be forthcoming.
Thank you, Mr. Chan. What I think has happened is this, Mr. Steele. As you know, Lady Abbott is gradually selling her valuable collection of old silver. Family pieces to which she's very much attached. But needs must when the devil...
Well, come on, man. Get to the point.
Sometimes, when it is a very special piece like these candelabra, she asks our silversmith, Mr. Carstairs, to make a copy. For herself, you understand. I think in this case, you have been given the copies in error. However, here is Mr. Carstairs.
You sent for me, Mr. Winkleman?
Ah, yes. Did Lady Abbott order copies of the Georgian candelabra?
Yes, she did.
There, you see? A dreadful mistake has happened. Our client, Mr. Steele, who bought the originals, had been given the copies in error.
Very distressing, sir.
Well, kindly fetch the originals and hand them over to Mr. Steele at once.
Yes, sir.
See, Mr. Steele, a most distressing error. I do apologize most profoundly.
If error is properly rectified, Mr. Winkleman, then as my number one son would say, no skin off anybody's nose.
I guess that's so, Charlie. Well, I guess I kind of lost my temper a while back.
Understandably, sir.
Mr. Winkleman!
Well,
Mr.
Carstairs?
Winkleman! I can't find the candelabra, sir. They're not in the workshop or the safe.
What?
I'm sorry, sir. They're simply not there.
Had they been sent to Lady Abbott at Windingham Hall?
Possibly, sir. I don't know.
Mr. Steele, I can't apologize enough. Give me a few hours. I'll find the candelabra. If not, I assure you, you'll have your money returned without delay.
Well. Okay. I'll give you till tomorrow morning. Not a second longer.
That's extremely kind of you, Mr. Steele. Good day, Mr. Chan.
Good day.
Now, don't get so upset, dear. You know what it does to your digestion. If Mr. Winkleman said you could have the candelabra or the money by tomorrow, what is there to worry about?
Well, there's something phony about this deal. It's the old shell game. Only this time it's been played with candlesticks. What do you say, Charlie?
I prefer not to judge before tomorrow morning. However, I see no harm in taking small precaution. May I use telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Get me Scotland Yard, if you please.
Then you do think there's something wrong, Pop?
I'm not prepared to say yet. Inspector Duff, please.
I got an idea. What if I went down to this Nottingham...
Tell him Charlie Chan. I'm going to ask old friend Inspector Duff whether or not Mr. Winkleman has recently exported antique silver to America under falsification. Ah, Inspector Duff. Yes, this is Charlie. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, sir. Lady Abbott can't be disturbed.
Get out of the way, Hitchens.
My instructions
Never
are...
mind your instructions. I've got to see Lady Abbott.
All right, Hitchens. I'll deal with Mr. Carstairs.
I'm sorry, my lady. I tried to stop him.
I saw what happened. You may go, Hitchens.
Very good, my lady.
Oh, Hitchens, better take the car down to the village and collect the weekly order. There's no one else to go today.
Very good, my lady.
Oh, John, what do you mean by bursting into my house?
Oddly enough, I came to do you a favor.
A favor? You? Don't be absurd.
It would pay you to listen to me, Laura.
I told you 20 years ago I never wanted to see you again. Kindly leave my house.
Laura, I'm not the person I was. I've changed. For the better. I'm not drinking anymore.
I suppose one must be grateful for small mercies. At least I shan't have to say my brother is in the sanatorium for alcoholics any longer.
A hard woman. You always were.
Hard? What else could I be? To you? For 10 years you lived in my home, drinking yourself into a stupor night after night at my husband's expense. And at the end of it, what did you do? You killed him. You killed the best man that ever lived in a silly, drunken car accident.
Do you think I haven't paid for it since? In remorse? In bitterness? Laura, I've tried to change, be a better person. I came here today only to try to help you.
I don't want your help.
No, but you may need it. Laura, I'm working at Winkleman's. I've seen your silver come to the shop bit by bit to be copied.
Copied?
Have you forgotten I'm a silversmith? I am the one who makes the copies. Faithful, exact copies, Laura, which Winkleman sells as originals.
I refuse to believe it. You're lying.
Don't, Laura. You see, I happen to know that you and Winkleman are in it together.
How dare you? Do you suggest I
know
would...
it.
Get out of here. Get out of my house. I refuse to listen to another word. Do you think anyone would pay attention to anything you said? An ex-alcoholic, a jailbird?
Laura, I meant to help you. I came here to... Oh, never mind. I'll go. But I think you're going to be very sorry, Laura. Goodbye.
Go out the back entrance, please. You can come down. You've heard all that, I suppose?
I did.
Now we'll hear your side of the story, Winkleman. Then where are my candelabra?
I wish I knew.
You better find them. I want them back.
Don't you realize what a spot we're in? Even if I find those candelabra, I shall have to give them back to Steele.
Look here, Winkleman. When I came into this arrangement with you, I made two conditions. That my stuff would be returned as soon as it was copied, and I'd be paid in cash.
Can't I make you understand? If I don't find those candelabra and give them to Steele, a Chinese detective have the pair of us behind bars.
You, maybe. There's no point to me. I'm in the clear, whatever happens.
You'll be in it, too. I'll see to that. And I reckon that brother of yours will be only too willing to help.
I have no more to say. Just, I want those candelabra. That's all.
Very well. But you'll pay for it. I'll see to that.
Winkleman's certainly been sending over a lot of this stuff to America. And a lot of it is supposed to be from Lady Abbott's collection. In one or two cases, there have been complaints that his stuff is faked. But read the cable for yourself, Charlie.
Well, apparently Mr. Winkleman is engaged in large-scale fraud.
Come now, Charlie. Maybe he honestly believes the stuff is genuine.
But that, Inspector, is merely coincidence, which occasionally is very pleasant as a dish, but not palatable as a steady diet.
Yes? Right, put him on.
It's Lady Abbott, sir. She's dead, murdered. I've just found her. It's Hitchings, the butler, sir. Yes, I've got the murderer. Hurry, please.
We'll be there. Lady Abbott's been murdered. Her butler says he's got the man who did it.
Oh. Would be most interesting to see criminal apparently caught red-handed.
In here, gentlemen.
What are you doing here?
Pop, he thinks I killed her, Lady Abbott.
I imagine my number one son has once more rushed in where angels fear to tread. Please put down firearm. This is my son. I know he is capable of many follies, but not capable of murdering aged ladies.
But he's an intruder, sir. I found him in the hall trying to sneak out.
That's all right, Hitchins. It's Mr. Chan, the famous detective. That's his son, Barry. I'll vouch for him.
If you say so, sir.
Now, if I am not too inquisitive, may I ask why you are here?
I was only trying to help. I thought I would look around a bit and see if I could locate the real candelabra.
I presume you are aware of law against breaking into other people's houses?
Oh, but I didn't break in. I just walked in.
Then I suggest now you reverse action and walk out. Go to hotel, please.
Okay, Pop. But don't you want to know what I found out?
Yes, if relevant.
Winkleman did it. He was here, arguing with Lady Abbott. And then he left. Next thing I knew, someone conked me. When I came to, she was dead. It must have been Winkleman.
Since apparently you were in state of oblivion when murder occurred, I cannot understand your certainty. Now, return to hotel. Wait for me there, my son, hmm?
Yes, Pop.
Did you touch anything?
Oh, no, sir. I only felt Madam's pulse to see if there was anything I could do for her, sir, that's all.
Where were you when it happened?
Madam sent me down to the village, sir, to buy groceries. I was away about an hour. When I came back, I found her.
Had you any callers before you went out?
Yes, sir. Her brother, Mr. Carstairs.
Carstairs?
Yes, sir. He forced his way in, as a matter of fact. Her ladyship had forbidden him the house many years ago.
Were there any other callers? Mr. Winkleman, for example?
Yes, sir. Mr. Winkleman was with her ladyship when I went down to the village.
Thank you.
All right, Hitchens, that'll do. You can go now.
What's up?
Oh, Inspector. I imagine if Lady Abbott had received the 2 genuine candelabra instead of the duplicates, they would be here on display. However, such is not the case. I have desire to visit Mr. Winkleman.
Go ahead. I'll wait for the fingerprint boys and Granville from the morgue. I'll join you later.
Ah, Mr. Chan. Please excuse unexpected visit, Mr. Winkleman, but I was curious to find out whether or not a pair of candelabra had been found.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Chan, but I'm doing my best. And besides, Mr. Seal gave me till tomorrow morning.
Yes, I know. Understand from Butler Hitchens you paid visit to Lady Abbott today.
Yes, I did.
No candelabra?
No.
Great pity. Now my theory about substitution collapses. Something burning?
What? Oh, well, it's rather chilly in here, so I lighted the stove.
Chilly? Amazing. I thought it was rather warm this evening. Fortunately, humble detective has very good nose, because at least half of what I suspect is your secret ledger is saved.
Put that down, Chan. I'm leaving the country tonight. I don't intend anyone or anything to stop me.
Ah, Inspector.
You're not fooling me, Mr. Chan. Not with that old trick.
Thank you, Inspector. Most timely and well-chosen arrival. Now, I think this ledger, saved from flames of fire, will expose Racket and antique silver.
Good. I reckon I can charge this gentleman with Lady Abbott's murder.
Her? She's been murdered?
As if you didn't know.
I didn't. I swear I didn't know. She was alive and well when I left her.
At this time, Inspector, murder charge might be premature. But undoubtedly, gentlemen can be charged with fraud.
Sure, I'll come. What's that address again? Yeah, I got it. I'll be there.
Who was it, dear?
Charlie Chan wants me to go to some address downtown right away.
Has he found the candelabra?
He didn't say so, dear. Well, I'd better be on my way.
Tom, take care of yourself.
Who, me? Are you kidding?
Who is it? Charlie Chan would appreciate a few moments of your time. Thank you.
What do you want?
I bring unfortunate news, Mr. Carstairs. Your sister, Lady Abbott, has been murdered.
Lorre? Murdered? But when? Who did it?
You yourself are a suspect, Mr. Carstairs. I understand you paid visit to your sister today.
Yes, but I didn't kill her.
Might I ask why you paid visit to Lady Abbott after 20 years?
No, you may not. It's no business of yours.
Then, with your permission, I shall hazard a small guess. Your visit to Lady Abbott was in connection with her fraudulent activities with antique silver, maybe.
I refuse to answer your impertinent questions. Get out of here and leave me alone.
I make particular reference to a pair of Georgian candelabra. If you please.
I said get out of here. You've no right to come. What are you doing?
Merely looking for aforementioned candelabra.
Leave those curtains alone.
Come in, please.
I got here as soon as I could, Charlie. This Carstairs?
Yes, Inspector. And now I think
No, you mustn't go in there.
the missing candelabra.
How did you know he had them, Pop?
Well, only 3 people could have them, my son. Winkleman, Lady Abbott, and Carstairs. Just simple matter of deduction.
All right.
Oh, here is Mr. Steele.
I came as fast as I could. Are those the real ones, Charlie?
I sincerely believe so. However, I have sent for Mr. Meadows, the expert, to have him verify same. He should be here any moment.
Well, Charlie, how about Carstairs? I reckon I'd better take him in for theft, not for the murder of his sister.
With your permission, Inspector, think it wiser to wait for opinion of expert.
I only wanted to save her from the results of her own greed. I was going to make her give up the candelabra to Mr. Steele, but she wouldn't listen to me. She told me to get out.
Well, I didn't expect to find a convention going on.
Not a convention, Mr. Meadows, but rather a committee of investigation with 2 objects in view. First, to decide if candelabra are genuine or not. Second, to discover a murderer. I suggest we proceed with objective number 1. This way, please.
These are genuine, no doubt about it.
My most sincere thanks, Mr. Meadows.
Well, that's fine. I guess it's all right for me to take them then, Charlie.
No, not yet, Tom. Mr. Meadows, are you aware that Lady Abbott has been murdered?
No, I can't believe it. Who'd want to murder her?
Evidently person who feared exposure of antique racket.
Racket? What racket?
Selling of clever duplicates made by excellent silversmith Carstairs as originals, then vouched for as genuine by eminent expert Mr. Meadows.
Are you suggesting...
Not suggesting, just stating facts. Would patient inspector permit me to call police crime lab?
Go ahead, Charlie.
Thank you.
Look here, Inspector, I don't have to stay here. You have no power to detain me.
Stay where you are, sir.
Crime laboratory, please. Mr. Charlie Chan. Oh, crime laboratory? Regarding Abbott murder case. Have prints left on poker been identified? Oh, thank you very much. Fingerprints left on poker were compared with prints left by Mr. Meadows on spurious candelabra. Both are the same.
It's a lie. It's impossible. I wiped that poker after I... Charlie, go. All right, I'll tell you. She was going to go to the police and pretend that she'd found out that Winkleman and I were working the racket, that she knew nothing about it, to save her own skin. And she'd have got away with it.
Correction, please, she would not. Secret diary of Mr. Winkleman showing fraudulent activity would have proved her guilt. Inspector?
Come on, Meadows. We'll be on our way.
But I don't get it, Pop. The crime lab said this afternoon the prints were too smudged to help.
When I was speaking, no one was on telephone. As friend Tom says in Shell Game, on occasion, one must gamble on hunch.
But why the hunch about Meadows? Why not one of the others?
Because, my son, when both Winkleman and Carstairs went to visit Lady Abbott. They went openly and were admitted by the butler. However, there was one other person, Mr. Meadows. When he went, he took great care not to be seen by anyone, not even the butler.
Oh, I see.
No, he saw you and hit you on the head.
Well, I reckon these have caused a heap of trouble all around. At least we know they're not copies.
Tom, in the world there are many, many copies, very few originals. However, I take great pride in possessing one myself.
Oh? What's that, Charlie?
My number one son, Barry. Most original character. Tom.